As part of a longer trip to Montana, Chris and I drove from Colorado to the foothills of the Grand Tetons in Wyoming, where we spent 2 nights at just a beautiful campsite, all alone on a lake. Really wonderful, very remote location. Good time, good food. Glad you're with us. So we have crossed into the otherworldly part of Wyoming, which, as you can see, looks pretty barren. We're just on I-80, headed toward the mountains. You can actually see some hills far in the distance. Chris continues to pilot us reliably, although he just missed an exit, so now we're low on gas. Holy moly. There is nothing visible in sight. Well, there was a car. We're about 20 miles from our campsite. Coming up, we're about 8,500 feet. Don't know if you can see how far down that is, but we are up there. It's looking awesome. This is going to be incredible. Okay, let's see. Where's the road? Over there. We're turning in here.
Moose Lake.
Be bear aware. All right, well. I told you we weren't going to be driving at highway speeds. Check out this site. Look at what's around us. This is great. Our own private beach. Wow. Pretty quiet. Pretty quiet. All right, time to set up.
Well, I got up to make sure that you were safe.
Thank you.
From the bears.
Thank you.
And if I hadn't, the bears would have got you, Dan.
I'm sure.
A few moments later.
Okay, so I'll do 2 here and then I'll go in and then I'll stop filming.
Judas Priest. Oh yeah, breaking the law, breaking the law. One of the bears come down here going, you know what? Dinner sounds good.
You're like, we like tacos.
I can eat.
Meat.
Should have picked up a bag of tortilla chips.
I don't think
with the salsa.
I don't think. Yeah, but we're gonna have to go get ice tomorrow anyway.
More moments later.
Now we take the beef, see, take it off the burner. It'll continue to cook for a sec, which will finish it off. Okay, and the next thing is we'll reduce the heat a little bit. Reduce the heat. Put that back on, and then
So you don't just put that on top? No.
not for pastor tacos, pastor tacos.
I didn't know if you reintroduced the tortilla shells to the heat and then.
Well, that's why it's always a struggle at this temperature, because so you draw in the cheese.
Okay.
The first one is hardest because
It doesn't want to behave.
because you have fond from the meat.
Okay.
So you let it cook, and literally we're just gonna let that cheese brown, like on the bottom side. We're gonna let it completely cook.
So this is something you have done many times.
Yeah, quite a few times. It's the only way to get, with a flour tortilla, it's the only way to get cheese and crunch at the same time.
Oh, there you go.
Look at that. Look at that go.
I'm not going to argue with you. You're a good cook. I make meat and potatoes and stuff like that.
Check out that beautifulness. Oh, goddamn, Chris. Okay, so we take a taco, see? We take a tortilla, which are still warm, meat's still warm, got our salsa,
Okay.
and we have our sour cream.
This is the.
Yes, of course.
Well, sometimes they don't have the.
Why are you undoing?
No, I'm just checking. Sometimes they have a lid on top to make sure. Yeah.
Sitting right there.
Okay. I'm just overthinking, Dan.
You are. You don't understand who you're dealing with. So you kind of edge out the
Look at the omelet.
You separate the edges. I mean, tell me that is looking awesome right there.
You can almost put an egg on top of that.
Oh, oh, you totally could. No, by the time that's crisp and brown on the underside, there's so many things you could do with it. It would just be amazing. Let's make sure that people can see that. That's really good. Smells good. It's gonna be good. Okay, I need a spoon. As soon as when it gets crisp, you can see that's when it actually separates from the nonstick, and that's when you know, at that point, it really only got 1 minute to kind of get it just crisp it up more. I mean, I've sometimes made this where it's so crispy you can barely fold the taco, and that personally I think that's the best flavor, as long as you're not burning the cheese. It's delish.
So where does this recipe come from?
I can't remember. I would. Is it Cuban? I can't remember.
sounds more Cuban than it does Mexican.
I can't remember.
Or maybe even Salvadorian.
Let's get that one there. There's a thing of beauty right there.
That's a thing
And
of
then you
beauty.
fold it up. Whoops, I can't do it one-handed. Hold the plate at the same time. You gotta push down, let it fold, and then it's perfect. Oh, it's just gorgeous out. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's show the morning. Really nice. Definitely time. There's our heater. We never even needed it. And time to make some coffee. But you can see the beautiful light coming in. It's really nice. Pretty nice morning. Absolutely quiet. Just a couple of birds, no wind. Got a little bit of rain last night. Cooking table got wet. Well, it's just a gorgeous morning. Time to set up the solar panels. Come on, babies.
You know what I mean? Well, when we head to Cameron, I want to stop it off. I'll take as much as you give me.
Well, we'll dry everything out from the rain, which won't take, in this beautiful weather, but a minute. Probably put on another pot of coffee. And at some point, we got to go into the nearest town and get some groceries. But what a gorgeous morning. Gonna go for a little walk down the road. We passed a ranger station on the way in, so I thought I'd just go have a look at that. Well, it's the middle of the business day. Doesn't look like there's anybody here. Wonder when this is staffed, if ever. I think I'll just look around, go in the driveway and look around. Here's the guard station. There's the front door. Looks deserted. Some kind of utility shed back there. Huge generator. Oh, hey. Right, that little shed there is a shower. Hey. Maybe I'll stop by and take a shower later. There is a chipmunk in the truck. Okay, I don't want to drive him back in the truck. Hop out. You hop out there, big guy. You hop out. Good boy. Now run along. No. Oh God, he's like, no. Come on, jump. Good boy. There he goes. Who's this guy? Chris put out some saltines for him. He's in the dark. Let's see if I can zoom in on that poor guy. What should we name him, Chris? How about Rudiger? Rudiger.
There you go.
Hello. Oh, you're such a cutie. So cute. Look at him eating the little thing.
As long as I don't move my feet.
Yeah.
You don't move too fast.
I agree. So Chris's feet, like, there's Chris's foot, and there's Rudiger. And so if he moves it, he's gonna flee. He's liking those saltines. So this is the chipmunk that lives around our campsite, and the same one that got up on the tailgate of the truck.
And the same one. The camper.
Right, so Chris also saw him getting up into the door of our camper. Oh, he's kind of cute, I have to admit. It's time to make some dinner. So, we're going to fire this up and first saute some onions and peppers. Well, let's get the heat down, I guess. Oh yeah, that's going to be delish. Let's get that going. So we'll saute those up real nice. Let's get that heat going. Heat seems a little uneven. Yeah, I'll have to figure it out. You know what? I'm going to put on my diffuser plate. Hang on a sec. That'll help make sure that the bottom doesn't scorch. This is going to come out real nice. That aluminum diffuser plate really helps. It really helps. First it'll cook off the moisture, and then it'll brown a bit, and then we'll add the beans. So we got nice browning going on here, looking real good. Next step is to add a can of the steakhouse recipe grillin' beans. I love these with steak, surprise, surprise. and then I'll add something after that. Nice. So now it's pretty important. Turn the heat down a little bit. Get it nice to a nice simmer. Stir that in. But then we're going to add one more thing. So I like garlic in mine, and it's really important to have minced garlic. Of course, not powdered garlic. Minced garlic rehydrates using the liquid from the rest of the ingredients, and it rehydrates really nicely if you let it sit. I'm going to make these beans well in advance of the steak. I'm going to serve with them, and so this minced garlic is going to rehydrate really nicely, and it's going to be a pretty close approximation of fresh diced garlic. I'm going to add about that much. So that's about 1 clove of garlic. And I think it goes really good and adds another nice dimension. It's super important at this point, if you've added canned beans, especially these kind of flavored beans, not to add anything with sodium, because this stuff kind of gets crazy salty. And so everything else I've added doesn't have any salt, and so that's why it comes out really nice. So that's all mixed through, and it's simmering. I'm going to actually kill the heat entirely and cover it. And it can just sit there, and the garlic can rehydrate and the flavors can distribute while I cook the steaks. Okay, so we're going to cook some ribeyes on the Weber Go Anywhere, which is my second favorite Weber grill. Well, let's get these suckers on. Look at these beauties. Okay, so these are totally unseasoned, so I'm actually going to use something that I really love, especially on briskets. I'm going to season them real good. These are pretty thick ribeyes. I hope you can see that. And we'll season them up good while they cook. It won't penetrate, but I'm actually going to add some blue cheese butter at the end. These are coming along really nice. Just want to make sure the outside gets nice and charred without burning too bad, but these ribeyes are going to be gorgeous. So now what I've done to make sure because these were quite thick, I'm just putting the coals to one side, stacking the steaks, and I'm going to let them essentially roast until they're perfectly done. I'll just put the lid on here. And those little beauties can cook. So you've got the air coming in through the bottom vents here, and then it comes up here. Notice that vent is closed, comes out that vent, so it flows across the steaks. The beans have been basically sitting in here, letting the flavors blend and the garlic rehydrate. So now I take the lid off. God, they look gorgeous. Really nice. So now all I'm going to do is take the beans out of there, fire up the burner, and make sure they're nice and hot for when we serve them. There we go. Simmer plate in. And all I'm going to do, the steaks are about to come off the grill. I'll basically just let those sit on a flame for about 1 minute. They're already warm. I'm going to just raise the temperature a little bit And I'm going to turn off the burner in about 1 minute and then serve them with the steaks. Tell me that isn't nice looking. So that's blue cheese butter compound with the baked beans that we made. It's going to be delicious. It's evening after dinner, and we've got a guy out on the lake here fishing. You can probably hear the fire crackling. What a nice sight. We're going to leave in the morning, but for now we're enjoying the evening. There's old Chris.
There's old Chris.
Beautiful evening here by the fire. Look at that. Lovely evening here in Wyoming. Another incredible morning. Time for coffee. Decided to go out for a morning walk. Wow, it's nice out. Super nice. It's quiet, totally quiet, except for some birds. Really nice.